wife life, or welcome if this is your first time joining me. Today starts one of my favorite months because I get to have so much fun putting together all these simple, fun, and spooky treats. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing two of my favorite recipes for Halloween. The first one is going to be my homemade guacamole, where I turn guacamole into Guacenstein. That's where guacamole meets Frankenstein. The second recipe I'll be sharing with you is my 3-ingredient Ooey Gooey Ghost. And the last thing I'm going to be doing is showing you how to turn this ordinary pumpkin into a glam pumpkin. Okay guys, I'm back with you. Let's get started on this super easy, super delicious, and super fun spooky treat. It's really guacamole, but it's guacamole meets Frankenstein, and I like to call it Guacenstein. I've made this every year since having my son, and it's always a lot of fun. Here's what you're going to need. You're going to need about 5 or 6 large ripe avocados. But because I'm making a very small one and not making one for a party, I have 3 large ripe avocados. I'm going to hit it with some fresh lemon juice. I'm going to add a little bit of green food coloring. You're going to need some candied eyeballs. You're going to need some guacamole seasoning mix. And you're going to need blue corn tortilla chips. Make sure you get the blue ones because this is what you're going to use to make Guacenstein's hair. Let's get it started. Okay, I've already started mashing up these avocados, and I'm going to leave it kind of chunky because you don't want it to be like a puree. I'm going to hit it with the juice from 1 lime. I'm going to add in an entire package of mild guacamole mix. And then I'm going to come in and get this stirred up nicely. After I get this stirred up, I'm going to add in just a little bit of food coloring. Make sure that this guacamole mix is well incorporated, and it adds so much flavor to the avocados. You won't need to add salt or pepper. Now, I do know sometimes people like to add in chili lime seasoning. Some people like to add in sour cream, but I'm not going to do any of that. I want this to be just a simple and chunky guacamole. Make sure you leave it chunky so that your Guacenstein will have some texture. I'm going to go ahead and add in that green food coloring. I think that'll be the right color for Guacenstein. I want to get him mixed up and transferred over into my platter so that I can shape his face and turn this guacamole into Guacenstein. Stick around. Okay, let's get started on phase 2 of Guacenstein. I've already taken the guacamole, I've added food coloring, I've left it chunky so it'll have a texture and have an extra spooky look. You're going to need whole black olives, which I used 2 on each side to make the bolts in Guacenstein's neck. I'm going to use 1 whole olive for his nose. And the next thing we're going to do is get these candied eyeballs. And these are so cheap at Walmart. If I make no mistake, these gummy eyeballs were $1.97. And you end up getting, I think, 12 in this package. I think it's 12. You're going to take these gummy eyeballs to make Guacenstein's eyes. These smell so good, even though they look really scary, they smell really good. This is actually strawberry gummy candy. How simple is that? Now, to make his hair, you're going to want to have blue corn tortilla chips. And I recommend getting the triangles over the circles, because the triangles will give it the appearance of having a flat hairdo. You're going to stick your chips in like this, and you're going to want to try to get the ones out that are not broken. I'm going to just put them here and have the flat part on the top to make Guacenstein's hair. How simple is that? Like I said, I've been making this every year since I had my son, and this is always a winner. I've even made this a couple of times at some adult parties that my husband and I have had here at home, because Halloween has always been a big deal in my family. We absolutely love Halloween in this house. How simple and cute is that? And the last thing you're going to need is some black food gel. I'm going to spin Guacenstein around so that I can just make stitches for his lips. This does not have to be perfect. Your kids will love this because, like I always say, present over perfect. And this is simple enough to do with your children or grandchildren. My son is almost 13, and even though he doesn't want to admit it, he still loves doing this type of thing with me. This is so much fun. And like I said, when it comes to doing things like this, it's present over perfect. I'm going to turn Guacenstein around. How simple is that? Stick around. Okay, I'm back with you. Let's get started on these easy breezy 3-ingredient Ooey Gooey Ghost. You're going to need the original Nutter Butter cookies. Make sure you get the original, not the circle ones. Make sure you get the ones that are shaped like peanuts, because this is what you're going to use for your ghost body. You're going to need some marshmallow cream, and you're going to need some mini chocolate chips. Now, in this recipe, there's a limit to how many chocolate chips you're going to need, but not a limit to how many you can eat. Let's get it started. First thing you want to do is get your Nutter Butter. You want to take your marshmallow cream and simply run a thin layer over the cookie. Again, this does not have to be perfect. This is so much fun to do with the little ones. I have an almost 13-year-old, and we still have fun making these. You're going to want to take 3 mini chocolate chips. You're going to want to make your ghost eyes and your ghost nose. How simple is that? I'm going to go ahead and get a few more of these put together. These keep so well in the refrigerator, and they are absolutely delicious.
Feeling trapped down on the floor, I don't know what for. Feels like I'm gonna lose. Silence takes a hold, I can't let it go. Chin up, no one knows. the stormy seas. Throw me in open water, let me have my peace, and leave me till tomorrow. Wind into my sail, away from things I let go, floating on the waves. We go bottoms up, we go all the way. When you're feeling down, push the pain away. We go bottoms up, we go all the way, and face it another day. We go bottoms up. So shaking through my car, left me in the cold. Chained to what I know, drifter on the road, take it where I go. But I won't let the stormy seas throw me in open water, let me have my peace, and leave me till tomorrow. Wind into my sail, away from things I let go, floating on the waves. We go bottoms up, we go all the way. When you're feeling down, push the pain away. We go bottoms up, we go all the way, and face it another day. We go bottoms up. We go bottoms up, and face it another day. We go bottoms up.